Hey, what's happening? Here I am, alone in my room, going live, as per usual. I have a lot of stuff to show you, and if you get to see the title of this video, I'm not even pretending, guys. I actually bought comic books. You're like, what? But if you remember, I kind of started off as a comic book channel, so this is a little bit of a return to form here. So I have a little bit of everything for everyone: comics, toys, and video games. And I'm not just putting those in for metadata and hits and all that stuff. It's something I actually have, so that's pretty exciting. Have a lot of stuff. Live videos are the way for me to easily just throw it out there. Um, I always fight whether or not that's the right way to do it because I've always been kind of a fun, let's edit together a skit kind of guy, but I just don't have the time. So hopefully this live stuff is doing it for you. Hey, Big Sunday. I know this is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Uh, hey, Glory Gamer. Yeah, I actually have comic books. What? Retro, my man. All right, so again, I don't want this to turn into like, hey, Dark Flash. I don't want this to turn into like a 3-hour video because I do have a lot of stuff and I want to show it all. And I want to go to bed on time because I am a tired boy. I just work so hard, you know? Oh, did I have this like spotlight in my forehead? I need some like some powder to de-shine that thing. All right, so anyways, comic books. Let's start there because I never talk about those anymore. So I've been doing things a little non-traditionally recently. I mean, obviously I did my live show where I went to an auction for the first time. So kind of like in lieu of that, I found an estate sale that was listed. And it wasn't like your traditional estate sale where you go, super early, kind of line up and it's first come, first serve. This one, it was a local estate sale, but they did online bidding. Uh, hey, Duckley. Do I know? That sounds really familiar, Glory. But maybe tell me about it a little bit more. Refresh my memory. So an estate sale with online bidding, and I saw a lot of comic books. Uh, a lot as in many, and then a lot as in buy this lot. So there's several of them, and obviously I'm not the most keen-eyed, probably because I take my glasses off, which I need to see. Keen-eyed guy when it comes to comic book collecting, but obviously I know some key issues from time to time. And there were some lots here that I saw that did have some books that are sought after by collectors. So I figured, hey, if I get them for cheap enough, it's worth the risk. Obviously, you can't see these things in person. You can't judge condition. Hey, I talk about comic books and you show up, Gene. It's crazy. It's like your spidey sense was tingling. Um, so obviously I don't have the books in front of me. I kind of just have to judge condition by some pictures that weren't that great, and but I took a shot, right? So I'll start off with one of these lots, and let me just make sure I grab the right one. All right. So when I got there to pick them up, I got this bag of comics. Again, none of these were bagged and boarded, so they're not doing themselves any favor as far as preserving the condition, right? But the lot of books I'm about to show you, I went up to $13 on. That's what I was willing to kind of take a chance on. So I'll do it in alphabetical order, just to, I'm not going to save the best for last. I'll just however it comes. But we got, let's see, Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Moon Knight. And I'm sorry, by the way, I know that this YouTube app for some reason flips the image. It's mirrored. There's no way to fix it on my end because it's live, which is really annoying. So I'll read this for you. So Mark Spector, Moonlight, number 13. I did have a good Father's Day. Thank you for asking. I actually went to the flea market and got some really cool stuff. So that will show up eventually in a kind of like a live flea market hunting video. Mark Spector, Moon Knight, 22. Sorry, I have Leanne rhymes on the brain. You can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss, but you know that you can't fight the Moon Knight. I feel like I've sing that song in all of my videos. Definitely on my Instagram if you follow me there. All right, then we're going to New Mutants. Got New Mutants number 85. Sorry. So obviously right now you're probably like, nothing too exciting. So I'll just keep going down the line. New Mutants number 94. And you guys can tell me. I mean, obviously I'm not the most well versed in comics in recent memory, so I do have something cool that I wasn't expecting. New Mutants 95. And the condition here actually aren't too bad for just being loose books. Let's see. I said I'd do this in alphabetical order, so I want to make sure I get this right. We were in N. G U U. Yep, U comes. Uncanny X-Men number 202. Cool Sentinel cover, which I always appreciate. I can definitely judge a book by its cover. Love the Sentinels, so that's there. Uncanny X-Men 264. I was gonna say this looked familiar. Is that a Jim Lee cover? I see Jim down here. Is that Jim Lee? Speaking of Jim Lee, he's going to be at Boston Comic Con. Will I get to meet him? I don't know. They were kind of doing a package where, like, if you pay $100, you're guaranteed to meet him. But I'm already going to be dropping like $2 to meet Pee Wee Herman. So that may or may not be true, by the way. Oh, I just happened to notice this. This is kind of cool. On the back of one of the books, G.I. Joe and Transformers on video cassette, now only $14.95. So you better jump on that quick. What a cool little ad. So this must have come out in like 84. 85. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. All right. So we're getting close to what I was gunning for in this lot. So here's X Factor number 2. X Factor number 3. X Factor number 4. I feel like this is one of my old comic haul videos, which is like, here's what I got today. Meh, meh, meh. Yeah, right? Oh, and then here we go. All right. So these are the 2 books in this lot. 145 Nintendo Power magazines. That's so cool. So these are the 2 books that caught my eye in this lot and made me kind of gun for this. And we have X Factor number 5, which the internet tells me is first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. So pretty decent shape. A little bit of a fold in the corner here, but again, I'm not ashamed of a sexy grade, as DaCosta calls it, as long as the price is right. And for someone that's not like going for like complete runs of most things, like I'm cool with getting low grade key issues because I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. And then we got X Factor number 6, the first Apocalypse, first full appearance of Apocalypse. So those 2 books right there are why I got this lot. Again, these aren't in perfect condition. There's a little bit of a roll there down the side here, but a little bit of a fold here. Who cares, right? Well, I'm gonna ding this here, and let's see, it's a negative 0.5 here. We got off-white pages. Oh, really? You don't? I feel like Boston Comic Con is doing a decent job of getting. I don't know what kind of. I guess what kind of name talent are you looking for? Because I mean, for me, Jim Lee and Paul Rubens are the 2 that I want to meet. I don't really do like media guests, anyways. But I feel like from the comic side of things, they grab some decent talent. Obviously, I don't have the website in front of me, but compared to like some of the other cons I go to, like Motor City Comic Con, the big draw there was Frank Quitely. Like he's going to be in Boston. Ken Lashley, who I love his artwork. I'm still waiting on a commission from him. He's going to be there again. So hopefully I can collect on that. I haven't paid, so it's not like he's holding my money hostage or anything. And he's always been super communicative. Rob Gilroy's going to be there from Chew. a bunch of stuff. Anyways, just to finish off this lot, X Factor number 7, X Factor number 8, X Force number 4, and X Force number 8. So obviously that lot of books I got for the Apocalypse cameo and first appearance. So $13 for, I don't know, I would say mid grade at the worst. I don't know, maybe not. Whatever. $13 for that. I think that's pretty cool. So definitely not feeling squeamish about that one. I think that was a decent buy right there. Kind of gambled and won there. Todd McFarlane, drop him. I know Todd hasn't shown up in Boston recently, or I don't even since I've been going to Comic Cons. X Force 8 cameo of Domino. X Force 4 is the 5th Deadpool. Really? Okay. See, that's why I do these shows, because you guys are letting me know. That's awesome. See, it's those type of books. I don't know how far I want to go with collecting. Like, obviously, you have your first cameos and first appearances, but it's like when you start getting into like 4th appearances, it's cool, but I don't know if it's something I would necessarily chase. But obviously, it's a benefit because I have it now, right? I actually have a lot of Deadpool. Now that I think about it. Okay, so that was that $13. Pretty cool. I think it was worth a gamble. I'm going to show you the next one, which I paid $23 for. So I saw something in this lot, which obviously I thought was worth more than what I just showed you. And I guess we'll find out if it was worth it or not, right? So we got Alpha Flight, number 38. Again, this one I'm just going in alphabetical order. Yeah, who knows? I don't know, Big Sunday. You got a point there. Alpha Flight 44. That's just, big comics, just trying to get more money out of you. Alpha Flight 59. Alpha Flight 67. Pretty cool cover here. Hope you guys like Alpha Flight, because if not, you're being bored to tears right now. 112 here, so we're going to the triple digits. And Alpha Flight Annual, number 1. Now, okay, so we're going to jump right to the main event, even though we're in the middle of this pile here. So, the book I'm about to show you is why I went for this lot and why I was willing to go to $23. And you'll see why. It's New Mutants, number 87. The first appearance of Cable, as seen in Deadpool 2. So, again, I saw this on a really bad picture. Not like high resolution or anything. I was like, looks pretty good. But as I'm about to show you, those kind of like low quality images tend to smooth out the imperfections. And I don't know how well this is going to translate since I'm just like streaming off my phone. It's like you're in opposite land. Lucky you're able to read us though. Oh, right. Yeah. It's like, what the? I picked up so to you guys, it would be et when snatum number 78. So I mean, on the surface it looks great, but it's actually kind of beat up. Again, I'll see if the glare can kind of help. So you can see it's almost like it's like wrinkled and all kinds of stuff. Again, I'm not sure how well this is showing up because I'm streaming from a cell phone. But it definitely is not going to win any beauty contest. I mean, you have like a rusted staple right there. At some point, like this was stuck to some other pages, and some of the graphics got kind of cut off here. But again, I'm happy that I got the book. You know, first appearance of Cable, definitely a key issue, definitely a hot book right now. Um, but would I have paid $23 knowing that it was in this condition? Probably not, right? Um, so that's why I paid $23 for this lot, because there was a allure of this. But just to finish it off, we do have Nightcrawler, number 4. Uncanny X-Men, number 286. So as you can see, a lot of the titles are mixed up between lots, so that they pretty much just like randomly bunched them all together. Uncanny X-Men 287. Am I wrong? I'm feeling like there was a Bishop first appearance somewhere near there. Maybe I'm wrong. X Factor number 39. Oh, hey, Rob Zombie. This was actually an estate sale, a local estate sale, but they did online bidding. So they showed pictures, and they used like a website that was called like maxsold.com, I think. So, and I have never done that before. I randomly found it since I've been looking more into estate sales and auctions and stuff recently. So basically, you bid online, and then when it was time, if you won something, they would give you the address and time of when you could pick it up. X Factor 57, X Factor 62, X-Men number 1. Whoa. Yeah. I always love. There's always a random Craigslist ad that is like, really rare first issue of X-Men. It's like, okay, like even I know that's not a big deal. Um, you're just being lazy. X-Men number 5. Hey Gretzky, he shoots, he scores. And finally, X-Men number 6. So that lot I paid $23 for because of the first appearance of Cable. And again, cool that I got it, but not so cool that it was worse than I thought it was. So that was all from that online estate sale. I did try to get one other lot of books, but it got kind of pricey. And it might have been a blessing in disguise just because of the condition that these books ended up being in. That lot included New Mutants number 98, the first appearance of Deadpool. So I went up to like $55, and then I was like, oh, you know what, I can't risk it anymore. I already have one um, that I ended up getting graded and came back at like a 9.8. So I'm good there. I'm good. So, but I was hoping to get another copy on the cheap, and yes, $55 is cheap, and could have been a steal depending on the condition. Unfortunately, though, I did not see that in person because I didn't win the lot, so I don't know what that turned into. Maybe there's somebody on YouTube right now that's just like to the moon because he got a high grade copy of the first appearance of Deadpool for $55. But again, on the flip side, it could have ended up being kind of tragic. So you kind of, when you're gambling, you kind of have to draw that line somewhere and be content with walking away when it's appropriate. So, anyways, not done with my foray into comics. I do have one more for you, and cool, another key issue. Look at that, I'm killing it. I should buy comic books more often. So one more book that I bought, and this one, my Instagram buddy Chris Rigo, he's like a comic book wheeler and dealer, mainly. I don't know if he does toys and stuff, but he's doing like conventions all the time, and every once in a while he'll show books that I'm interested in. And this one I reached out because it's something that I love the concept of it. I've been kind of eyeing it for a while, but again, I'm trying to get it on the cheap whenever I can. Don't need high grade. And actually, I'll just leave it in the bag. And I ended up getting G.I. Joe number 21. And for you Joe fans out there, this is the Snake Eyes silent issue. So no words in here, just picture pages. And I always love the idea of kind of like visual storytelling, which is why I wanted to pick this up. I remember a while ago we did that YouTube comic book community project where we took that Batman and Robin silent issue, and I kind of worked it out so that you know every or whoever was interested, right, was we rewrote the book with words. So if you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. Just look it up. So basically, I did it so whoever was interested got a yeah, newsstand. I knew that, right? Ah, barcode. Um, so yeah, with that comic community project, we basically assigned a page per person, and you would write in the words of the panels, and I kind of used my Photoshop skills to make it into a living, breathing book, and it went all over the place. Like some people took it serious, some people made a joke out of it, but it was fun. It was something we all did together, and I actually presented it to not Gleason. Um, what the heck's his name? Who wrote Batman and Robin? Gleason drew it. I see his face. It's clear as day. Anyways, that guy, the writer, I actually gave him a copy that we did. I don't know if he ever read it, but John Byrne is doing Boston Fan Show in August. Oh, that would stink if he's only doing that. Only IDW. But anyways, I love this, and I think I'm actually going to do the same kind of thing with this, where I'll do a YouTube comic community project again, where we'll actually add some words to this and make it our own. Make it a YouTube comic book community variant. So, what did I pay for this? I don't remember exactly. It's on my Instagram. I want to say $23, if that makes sense. Good enough for me. I mean, there's some like spine breakage here, but I don't care. Much better condition than some of those other books that I bought. So that concludes the comic book portion of this live stream. So I can still hold my comic collector membership for a little longer. But now I'll move on to some other pickups. And let's see. Let's go to Savers. So Savers, a thrift shop. I don't know if they're nationwide, but there's some here. They kind of have a little bit of everything. So I picked up some random stuff. I got this stuffed Pink Ranger, Kimberly, everyone's favorite. I think she turned a lot of boys into men on that show. So we got a stuffed Kimberly here. I found her at Savers. She's since been, washed and dried. Get all those potential bed bugs out of there. Wife doesn't like me bringing home stuffed animals for that reason. A little paranoid there. She does come with a voice box. I unfortunately punched in some batteries and it's not really working. So here we can make a sexist joke about a woman who can't talk. But I'll leave that up to you guys. So I got that original 1994. Don't really know if I want to collect all these guys, but it's it's one of those things you come across it. It's in the right era. Why not? So I'm pretty sure I only paid like $2 or $3 for this at the most. Probably 3. So pretty cool there. Let's see. Sticking with Savers. Just make sure I grab the right stuff. Oh, this is totally random and not something I collect, but it's cute in Japanese. So it's like this little kid's food, like ramen, soba noodles, like place set to eat things, words that I can't say or talk. So it's pretty much like bowls and chopsticks and food with faces on it and like little plastic noodles that resemble like ramen and an egg and vegetables. So a little cutesy kind of Japanese, like totally Japanese. Like this is all over the place, vertical writing, super Japanese. I just thought it was really cute. It was sealed. I've since opened it because I just wanted to play with it a little bit. Um, just me appreciating other cultures basically. And this one was like $3.99. Is that the translation, Gretzky? Does that say egg foo up here? So pretty cool, just something like over the top and cutesy that I felt like picking up since it was there. Let's see, scanning my room now for more Saver stuff. Yep, here's another thing. This is a pretty cool find, and I actually already have it right over here. But it's another one of those Sailor Moon kind of musical lockets. So from 1995, Bandai. You open this guy up. I don't have the batteries in, but if I did, when I open this up, it would shut automatically like a clam. The little crystal here would light up, music would play, and then you can also hit the button and more music would play. So that's what it's looking like on the inside. Really cool random thing to find at Savers. I've never seen Sailor Moon stuff out there. I was hoping that since this was here, that maybe I'd see some Sailor Moon dolls, but nope, just a lot of naked Barbies, which used to be my thing, but not so much anymore. Great find. I think I paid again like $3 for this, and it came in like a little mixed bag of toys that nobody cares about. I did pop some batteries into there. It still lights up. It wasn't making sound, but the contacts were kind of corroded. So I'm gonna see if maybe cleaning it up fixes it. But worst case, I have a music sound box that doesn't make music. But that one I'll probably use to trade or sell or just see if my girls are interested in it. Because like I said, I already have one right there. That works. Oh, water's so good once it hits your lips. Savers, Savers, Savers. All right, so one couple more things from Savers. This this actually came with the Sailor Moon thing. I didn't even plan on getting it, and then when I opened it up, I was like, oh, this is something neat. This is a little miniature playset for Pound Puppies. You guys remember Pound Puppies? So just kind of open it up here. So there's there's like a dog bed in here. Yeah, these little guys. That's actually a cat. I got some like flattened Pound Puppies in there. So all this opens up. Let's see. This is like a diner setting. So it's kind of like a Polly Pocket, but for Pound Puppies. So you got a little diner setup. You can sit here. There's a mirror, little storage areas, little places that they can all hide and get into. One kind of neat thing is that once I attach them, I had a big one, and that was McDonald's gave away. Just having trouble getting it in the hole, All right, so this is like a little dance floor. Look at that, huh? Whee! Hey, I don't have to shave for nobody. I'm a wild man. I actually gave up razors. I use like a buzzer because I don't want to go like down to the skin, and it's just easier. Yeah, so that came with Sailor Moon. That's the only reason I bought it, but it's pretty neat. But not something I want or are gonna keep. So I'll see what it's like out there that I can use as trade bait or something. And then this I picked up for a friend of mine, CJ, one of my Motor City Comic Con posse. This is from Power Rangers Zeo, I believe, or Neo. Zeo? I think Zeo. This guy is Warrior Wheel. So this is kind of after I stopped watching Power Rangers that he came about. But I think he was like $2.99. I was actually messaging CJ while I was at Savers. I was like, is this something I should be getting? And I was like, do you want it? So we have plans, not exact plans, but he's actually supposed to be coming to Boston in August, I believe. So hopefully we'll connect. I'll give him this. He'll give me my laser tag set that I couldn't bring on the plane back from Motor City Comic Con, and everything will be right as rain. We can justify our friendship by exchanging gifts. He's basically my drug mule for toys. And oh, look at that. That's why they call him Warrior Wheel. Fancy that! So CJ, that's coming for you. Alright, so I think we're good with savers there. Again, everything, little bit here, a little bit there. Nothing too fantastical. Let's show some random things. The last toy show I went to, I actually set up as a vendor, and because of that, I didn't really do any filming like I normally do, but I did buy some stuff. So actually, I think the only thing I bought was, and it actually happened before things went live, which is one of the perks of setting up as a vendor. You get to like see what everybody else is selling, and if there's anything you want, you can just grab it, right? So one of the guys behind me just had a box on the ground, just full of a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Hey, do you want it for $10?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely." And the main reason why I wanted to get it was because this was in it. Hoping not to drop it. It is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sewer Lair playset, or part of it anyways, right? So you kind of got the shell here, some of the pieces. You can see his splinters in the corner there. He had a rough night. Got Raphael over here, part of a periscope. Obviously this is missing a ton of pieces, but I don't have the sewer playset at all. So having the shell is pretty neat until I can upgrade. So I saw this, in pieces on the floor. Let's see, this soft head splinter, I think. Yep, Raphael is a soft head too, so this is part of the original run. This is all in the lot. So this alone, I was like, definitely worth $10 to spend on that. So super happy to have that. Because I'm kind of bumming. I had the chance on Instagram to buy a complete sewer playset and like 10 complete figures for $100, which again isn't like a steal by any means, but none of those figures that he was offering I didn't want at all. So I was kind of thinking, well, if I can sell them for like $10 a piece, I get my money back and get this thing for free. But I kind of delayed on jumping on that, and because of it, I didn't get the deal. So I guess this is a little bit of redemption. But then also in this lot, which was kind of cool and kind of surprising, was this Kenner Joker cycle from Batman, the Dark Knight collection, which I'm pretty sure I had as a kid. So as you can see, I have the box. I mean, the box has seen better days, but packaging is always cool. So excited to have that. And then since it's not sealed from the outside, Toys R Us sticker, $7.99. Just open it up for you. But one really cool thing is that even though the box isn't sealed, the contents pretty much are. Everything but this is still in a sealed bag. So this thing hasn't been played with at all. And actually, I don't really have an attachment to this line. I'm not trying to buy it or complete it by any means. So I think I'm just going to use this as trade bait or to sell to get some of my money back. I think selling that alone, I'll make money on this lot. So it's always good when you find something where you can keep a little bit and sell that too and make some money. First appearance of Harley Quinn. Have you ever heard of this comic? I only got to read some of that, but if you're talking about the first appearance of Harley Quinn, I do know what you're talking about. I've seen like the cover. I've seen plenty of people show it in their YouTube videos. So what'd you say? You just got a copy for like cheap? Good deals? Um, oh, and then also part of that lot was this like turtle cycle. So pretty cool. Whee! So that was all I ended up buying at the toy show. Again, I set up as a vendor, but I made like $100, which is cool. My buddy made a few hundred because he had a lot more sealed boxed stuff to sell, and somebody came early and kind of cleaned them out. So definitely fun. The next one's not till August. We were gonna skip it um, and try to show up as vendors like in December because we thought we needed time to kind of recoup some of our inventory. But then that's when I started hitting up all those auctions and some of the other stuff I'm about to show you. So now we're like desperately trying to get a table for August again. Also in this lot, dude, that's awesome. If it's it's the first Harley Quinn, that's definitely worth a lot. 25 cents, that's amazing. Um, if I liked comic books, I'd be more excited. Just kidding. This GoBot was also in there, which is kind of nice because I had him before, and I traded him in to a collectible shop to get some store credit, which ended up turning into Krang in the android body from Ninja Turtles. But I kind of regretted it because this is actually kind of a cool GoBot figure. He turns into a cap gun. You like squeeze his legs together. You move his arms to kind of lock them into place, and then yeah. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Is he stuck or am I just stupid? Oh, there we go. You gotta bend it first and then push him in. God, act like you've ever touched a transforming robot before. So he kind of turns into his gun, and this is where the caps would go. So again, I'm not a GoBots guy. Obviously, I'm a Transformers guy, but that's always pretty cool. Background gun pointing at background. Yeah, dude, that's it. That's definitely the first appearance. So awesome score. So pretty cool. Maybe I'll hold on to this one, or maybe not. So that's what I got at the toy show. Oh, I wasn't done with Savers. I forgot one thing. This is pretty cool. It is a Jurassic Park 3D stand-up jigsaw puzzle. So you see that kid there. He doesn't need friends. He has cardboard dinosaurs. I think we can all relate with him, right? And look at me. I'm alone in my room talking to my phone. So I actually went through the trouble of putting this together. And we got the little spitter dino guy. We got a triceratops. This guy's tail fell off. Yeah, man, everyone loves Jurassic Park. Just trying to do some dino surgery here. This guy too. I think they're both the same dinosaur, but this guy's in attack mode. And then you got some, exciting like full foliage, a bush, a tree. 3D. 2D, and then now it's 3D. Wow. These graphics are awesome. So, when an unsuspecting Triceratops comes by... Did you guys hear that? My wife's watching baseball. Ugh. Sports. Oh. Killed him. Trying to play with these dinosaurs and they keep breaking. Because that's the problem when they're puzzles. So you have a little unsuspecting dinosaur. Oh, look at that tree. It looks so delicious and yummy. Come on, hide better. There we go. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. Oh no! Ah, my eyes, I'm blind. Brother, feast, feast. So that's pretty much the plot of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom right there. Spoiler alert! So anyways, pretty neat. Don't really have Jurassic Park stuff. $2.99, why not? That's a line where I don't have anything and I don't know if I want anything. But then I see like the Jeeps and the big like park playset. Like that stuff's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm trying to be a disciplined toy collector. But there's just so much stuff out there. So that actually concluded Savers. I lied before, but no. I'm such a liar. Sorry guys. Still going with Savers. Video games. I buy video games sometimes. So I picked up a couple. We have Okami for the PlayStation 2. Great game. I actually picked this up a while ago at a thrift shop and played it. Really cool. Obviously, they came out with an HD version recently for the newer systems. But this is the original Black Label. Complete. Great condition. I have to admit, I did buy this as like trade sale bait. Although it sounds like, from what I can see, the HD version kind of neutered the market for this. So it's not worth as much as it used to be. So we'll see what this turns into. I think I ended up paying $5 for it. And then this one I was hoping would sell. It hasn't yet, but it definitely looks like it has value based on eBay prices. And it's No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle for the Nintendo Wii. So again, a game that I haven't given a chance to, but I'm not, I'm kind of all over the place with video games. Like right now I'm playing Chrono Trigger for the first time on Super Nintendo. So I pretty much bought these to resell. So hopefully it works out in my favor. That one, again, was probably like $5 or $6 at the most. All right, moving on. There was another thrift shop in my area. That's one of them that's the one where I picked up a bunch of G1 Transformers from a while back, and it was a really good deal and a surprise because they're not known for toys. But I went back there and picked up some more things. This is kind of neat. It's a Pokemon Pikachu watch. It's not any old watch. It's a Sea Watch. Yeah, Pokemon Sea Watch. So I'll try to see if you can make this out. So it's obviously Pikachu. Got his design right there, and it has an LCD screen. Gotta catch 'em all. Come on. Hopefully you can kind of see it. So it does all these animations. There's Ash right there. So I can toggle through the animations, but like I'll show you some of the buttons.
It's 9:57 p.m. Look out, Pokemon. Nothing's gonna stop me now.
Cool, huh? So I actually have the sound turned off because otherwise it would just randomly make noises and play animations like constantly, which is super annoying. But I can toggle. Let's see, again, it's backwards, but it shows what time it is, the date. You can set alarms. Let's see. I think if I hit, what the hell is that? Oh, Pikachu. I can toggle through some of the animations.
It's becoming Raichu. Raichu, Thunderstone.
So really cool. I actually had to change the battery. Wore this for a couple days. Throw your rollies in the sky, wave them side to side. But I'm not really a watch guy, so it kind of feels weird on my wrist. But I picked this up for $1. Super deal. And then my kids picked up a bunch of loose toys, and in there I snuck in a Visionaries guy. So I probably ended up getting this for less than $1, just because it was a pile of toys, and she gave us a good deal on it. So I have like 3 of these guys. I actually just sold one of them. Unfortunately, all their holograms, they were kind of scratched up in some way. But let's see, I'm trying to see if I can give you a hologram shot here. Probably not. What is it? Some kind of like demon. But pretty cool visionaries. Didn't really know too much about them because I didn't really buy them at the time when I was young. So that's that small thrift shop. So just moving down the line, let's see. My Yeah, I'll show you these big ones. My friend, we another estate sale. They called it an estate sale, but it was more like yeah, iconic. I don't know. I have a lot of luck on Craigslist. I feel like some of my best buys have been on there. Obviously, Craigslist can be a little sketchy from time to time, or people flake out and it leads to like super frustration. But um, I don't know. I've actually had a lot of luck, and I mean it comes in spurts. It's not like a consistent thing, but like I'm about to show you that this stuff came from a Craigslist ad. It was an estate sale, but it was more like a. It wasn't one that was like put on by another company. I think it was put on by the family. So it's kind of more like a yard sale, except you could come into the house. So I couldn't make it. I sent my friend there to buy some stuff, um, and this is what we were really gunning for. We have some boxed Power Rangers stuff. So this is the White Tiger Zord and the White Ranger. So this was again kind of going towards the end of when I watched Power Rangers. I watched like the first couple seasons, through when the Green Ranger became the White Ranger. Um, yeah, iconic. So basically, I just like search for the same keywords, and it's things. I start with like generic stuff like toys or vintage or 80s, because that's the words. Those are the words that like people that don't really know toys tend to use. So you always want to put that in there. Or like, since I like Transformers, I'll put in like robots. So things like that where like somebody who's come upon these things but doesn't know the brand names and just lists it. You don't want to lose, sight of those ads. So I search for those things, and then I obviously search for the specifics. So for this one, I think it came up because I have Power Rangers as one of my like saved searches. So White Tiger Zord, it is not 100% complete. I think I might be mistaken here. It's definitely missing this coin, which isn't a huge deal, but obviously it's in the box. Box is looking pretty sweet. Has a Toy Works. I don't even know Toy Works. I mean, this ended up in Massachusetts, but I don't remember Toy Works being like a shop. Like I know Toys R Us, I know KB Toys, even Child's World, but I don't know what the hell Toy Works is. But anyways, it was there at one point and cost $40. Yeah, exactly. I mean that works for me. And again, you're kind of hoping you find somebody that like doesn't know what they have or doesn't care. Not to take advantage of them, but like if it doesn't mean anything to them, might as well. You don't have to throw crazy prices at them. So this one I'm actually going to keep for myself because I want it. I like the White Ranger and I want part of the original cast as well. But this is probably like where I'm going to draw the line as far as that goes, and I'll show you what that means in a second. Because in addition to that, we also got the Red Dragon Thunder Zord. So again, this was right around the same time as the White Tiger Zord. This was like the Red Ranger's like new Zord. Yeah, Zord. So pretty decent box. I mean, it has some issues, some graphic breakage. I think there was tape there. Toys R Us sticker for $17.99. This one is complete in box, and this is something where I'm gonna sell or trade because my friend had no interest and I don't either. So I'm just trying to recoup some of our investment there while I walk away with a White Tiger Zord. And then to kind of finish up the Power Rangers side of things, we got the Thunder Zord Assault Team. which is again part of that same time period in Power Rangers history. And this is the rest of the Zords for the gang. The Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Pink Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger. So all their dudes are in there. Um, this box has seen better days. It's, as you can see, it's kind of ripped right there, unfortunately. But it looks like the guy, I don't know if he had everything, but you can combine all these people, as you can see by some of this graphic. Uh, let's see, just trying to do this backwards is kind of tough. But this is the Thunder Zord All Team. You can add it with the red Thunder Zord to make the Thunder Megazord down here. And then, oh, down here is a better shot. So you can have the red Dragon Thunder Zord, which I do, the Thunder Zord Assault Team, the white Tiger Zord, and then if I had Tor the Shuttle Zord, you can make this crazy Thunder Ultra Zord. Yeah, reading backwards is tough, huh, guys? So I have all of these pieces. I don't have him, but I only really care about keeping this one. So I guess I'll never have a Thunder Ultra Zord, and that's okay with me. So for my buddy actually did a really good job with those. Originally, the lady wanted like $45 a piece, and he was like, "No, really not worth it to me at that price." So he got those for $45 total, so $15 a piece, and I think that's worth it because again, I only want to keep the white Tiger Zord, sell the other two. We should be able to make money on that. While he was there, he also picked up some other random figures for not too expensive. I forget what he kept. You collect Transformers and G.I. Joe. Awesome. Transformers is my personal fave. I never really got into G.I. Joe. My buddy's into it though. Same estate sale. We picked up some of these larger Marvel figures. Here we have the Hobgoblin. These ones, I know they're cheap. I don't know how far I want to get with them, but if I can get it for like a buck or two, I'll pick it up. This was a cool one. Carnage. Carnage is one I definitely wanted, and I remember I just said these are cheap. These type of figures, the bigger ones, but I remember always seeing him at least in boxed form being kind of on the more expensive side. So this might end up being a good deal picking him up. But either way, love Carnage, love the alien symbiotes, Venom. Um, yeah, see, some of those people on Craigslist or anywhere really are just like crazy. For $25, definitely not. Unless it's sealed, I don't know. But so really cool. I'm definitely gonna hold on to Carnage. I don't really know how far I want to take Hobgoblin, but Spidey foes all the way. Um, and then these are just some random things that were in the lot, but we didn't pick it up for some reason. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I want to say it's like that show that was like Samurai Cyber Samurai Warriors or something. Didn't it star like the Lawrence brothers? I don't know. What was Joey Lawrence's catchphrase? Whoa, that was it. Millions right there. Obviously, he's seen better days, missing an arm, has both of his legs, but that was in there pretty cool. I mean, very resembles a Power Ranger Zord, but it's not. I didn't even know this was in here, but that's pretty cool. LCD games, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Yeah, there we go. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the one with the Lawrence brothers? If it was, I definitely watched it. So there's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Tiger LCD game. Very, very cool. I didn't know this was in the lot. I didn't ask my friend to get it for me, but he did. Um, Again, LCD games I'm on the fence about. I picked up a few, and then I'm like, I don't really want this. But it's Sega. Love Sega. Love me my Sega. Love me my Sonic. So I'm definitely going to be holding on to this. I have not popped batteries into it yet, so hopefully it still works. Don't see any corrosion, so that's always a good sign. Um, I was gonna say, hopefully, I was thinking maybe if I had some double A's nearby, I could do it live on air, but that's not happening. Unfortunately, it is peeling a little bit. They would travel the computer to fight internet viruses. Oh man, what an early '90s show! What an early '90s plot point. We have to, we have to, we have to put ourselves onto the World Wide Web to combat viruses before they take down the world. This is like that's what people were like worried about back then. And then just some random things that were also in that lot. We got this Black Ranger from Power Rangers again. 95. Not sure what this came with, but I don't think it's something I'm interested in. As far as the originals, I just want like the bigger original figures. I think they were like 8 inches. Like those ones I want, and you can get those sealed for cheap. Uh, the right was a 3 hour time waste. Um, yeah, that's all I care about for Power Rangers is the original Rangers in the like, 8 inch form. I still don't know what bad guys I want. I've seen them out there. Like I've seen Lord Zed, and I'll probably pick up Rita Repulsa if I see her out there. But I don't know if I want Goldar and those peeps. But then like a deluxe Megazord would be really cool. I have the regular Megazord missing a sword. But other than that, I think I'm pretty cool with Power Rangers. Here's a random Nintendo 64 memory card, not an official one. So these were always scary, right? The third-party memory cards, they would like crash instantly. I forget what this is for. I mean, I know it's like a cleaning kit. I don't know if it's for like Nintendo or I guess if there's a memory card in here for N64, maybe it's Nintendo 64. But one of those cartridge-based systems, or it could be Universal. But it's gray, so it makes me think that it's like Nintendo. And then randomly, an instruction booklet for the Power Rangers Super Nintendo game. So obviously, the guy that passed on was a Power Rangers fan. So I thank him. I was about to say thank him for dying, but that's not a very nice thing to say now, is it? All right. You guys still with me? I'm about to hit the hour mark. I am going to be wrapping this up, though, so no craziness. And let's see. The leading up to Father's Day weekend, on Friday, my family went out, so I was like on the way home from work, I'm gonna hit up some thrift shops and see what's out there. I hit up one that was kind of far away from me, so I don't usually hit it up too often. Just found some 8 Rangers in Virginia for $20 a piece. The Power Rangers one, that's pretty cool. Um, I've seen sealed ones for that little, so that's kind of what I'm holding out for. Um, I definitely seen boxed ones for like even at the thrift shop that I'm just about to talk. I did see a box like yellow one for 20. So, but I think if you're patient enough with Power Rangers, you can find those really good deals. So that's what I'm trying to. That's the approach I'm trying to take, where I'm trying to still get like sealed Power Rangers, the 8 inch ones for like no more than $20. So right now I have two of them. They're in a closet somewhere, but that's because of a friend of CJ, not because of anything I did. So, anyways, I hit up the collectible shop. They do video games and toys, and again, most of their prices were retail, so I didn't buy too much. But this one was within reason, and it's my first one. I got the Ninja Turtles collector's case, holds 12 figures. So, I mean, it's obviously not perfect, but let's see. Do you frequent the same thrift shops with toys, or do you go to random ones? Um, just from a convenience standpoint, I definitely hit ones that are closest to me. There's not like a ton. There's like I said that one Savers place, which is hit or miss. Um, that one random place where again they're known more for furniture, so they do have toys, but that can be kind of hit or miss. Um, the one where I got this stuff for actually has collectibles, but you're paying more of a retail price. So, as far as the ones I cycle through, they're definitely the same ones in my area, but I'm trying to get more out and about and try to hit things that I would love to take like a weekend and just drive around and hit up spots that I don't normally hit up. Um, where I used to work, there was a bunch of thrift shops. So if it was ever slow or on a lunch break, I would hit up a bunch of places. But I got a different job, and there's not that much around there. Um, so I definitely have places in mind, but I guess from a convenience standpoint, I'm always hitting up the same spots, unfortunately. But the adventure seeker in me would love to kind of go out there and just like I said, make a weekend of it. So there you go, some cool graphics, Turtles collector's case, Geronimo dudes. Um, I'm just looking at this. Apparently everybody's Raphael because they all have red pads and stuff, and Shredder's hidden right there. So we're gonna open this up. Getting these emails. And that's where you would put your figures. So it does have the insert, plastic insert right there. So, like I said, this thing's in pretty good shape. Great artwork. Um, Paid $10 for it. So that's probably the most I would pay for it. And compared to like some of the other, they had like a giant Transformers one, which was like $21. And I'm not paying $21 for a box. And then for Transformers, they pretty much had, or I already had all the ones they had, and the ones I didn't have were priced too high. And I kicked the tire and a few other things. But this one for $10, I'll definitely take home. Like even in a flea market scenario, I haven't seen it for cheaper, so I was happy with that. And then this thing I bought totally on a whim. I'm definitely not collecting like magazines, but they had a pile of ones, and this is just a throwback. Just brought back some fun memories. I bought Sega Visions magazine. They don't have an issue number, or they would have. It would have been down here. Looks like a February issue, but this one's all about the Sega CD. I was a huge Sega fan growing up. I mean, I was a spoiled brat. We had everything, anyways. But Sega was definitely my go-to, and I know the Sega CD gets a lot of flack, but I love that system. I was a sucker for all those like full motion video games like Night Trap and Sewer Shark, all those like animated games like Time Gal and Dragon's Lair, Road Avenger, uh, back to full motion videos, Ground Zero Texas, Prize Fighter, all those things. Slam City with Scottie Pippen. I was a sucker for all of these. So kind of getting this magazine, um, uh, and it's one of the early ones because they review a lot of the early games like Jaguar, Wonder Dog, Batman Returns, Sewer Shark. And they do like a making of Willie Beamish, which I love that game, one of those point and click adventure games. So definitely just a throwback. I'm just trying to see if I can pull up. Here's a get excited. They're making Streets of Rage 2. So here's a sneak peek on that. So again, not definitely not something that I collect. I'm not gonna start kind of going after Sega Visions magazines, but um, this was just something that I thought was really cool, and I ended up getting it for like a couple bucks. So the magazine and the collector's case I got for $12, and I spent some time talking to the guy. I always run into him at the toy show. He asked how it went, and I kind of gloated a little bit as far as like my recent findings. My sealed Transformers on Craigslist, my auction finds. Um, and he's just really cool because he's just a cool guy, and we'll work with you on stuff. Not a total shark when it comes to somebody who like manages and runs a shop. So it was fun, buy a few things, have some good conversation, and geek out a little bit as well. Some of the other things I kind of kicked the can on when I was there, the Batman Telltale series. I thought about getting that, but they were priced higher than eBay. But I do want to get into that because I do like those Telltale kind of interactive story games. Want to get that. Um, and then yeah, I already mentioned kind of some of the other stuff that I was looking at. Let's see, one of you, yeah, Sega Dreamcast. Loved my Dreamcast. So bummed that it only lasted 2 years because it was just such an awesome system. Like 32X was kind of a bomb. Saturn was a bomb, like locally. Sega CD, wasn't really a hit. And like, but they nailed it with the Dreamcast. But by then, like, EA stopped supporting them, even though they made better sports games than EA, like NFL 2K. Anybody blows Madden out of the water. Online play, like I spent so much time on um PSN was giving it out for free last month. What back? Really? I did just sign up for a PSN. I renewed it because my brother were playing A Way Out on PS4. Um, and I didn't buy the new Detroit game, but I was it Detroit Beyond Human, but I played the last game they made, which is Beyond Two Souls. So again, that kind of interactive story game is what I do like those a lot. So I do have PSN now, so if I'll definitely be on the lookout to see if they put some of those games for free coming up. Because I still haven't played the last season of The Walking Dead either, and I want to do that if I can get it for cheap. Um, so yeah, Dreamcast was awesome. I played so much, um, like Fantasy Star Online, like lived on that thing. So bummed that they never released PSO2 in the states. Like they teased it like 6 years ago. At this point, it showed up at like E3, and they just never brought it here. I know there's a way to play it and like translate the Japanese version, but it's kind of a bummer, you know. And it was kind of bummed because like since Sega doesn't really have their own system anymore, they don't put out their own unique games. Like I feel like I mentioned this before, but you're never gonna see like a Seaman game or Space Channel 5 or those quirky kind of Sega games. Yeah, like yeah, Shenmue. I finally beat that on Dreamcast not that long ago. Still have to play two, and then three is gonna be coming out, but I think it got delayed till like next year potentially. But yeah, I mean, like those Sega games, you're not going to see anymore because they don't have their own system to kind of take a shot on. So kind of sad that like I said, they finally got it right, but by then their name was so tarnished that they didn't get enough support. And then let's see, wrapping it up. The last few things I want to show you. Um, the same day that I went to go pick up those comic books that I started this video with, I hit up some yard sales. I need to go yard selling more because it's something I want to do. But again, it's one of those things where you really have to commit like a day to it, just driving around aimlessly. So I picked these up because they were cheap. Don't really collect them. They were kind of cool, but it was also a charity yard sale, so I kind of justified it. But some complete in box Genesis games. Nothing fancy here. This is F-22 Interceptor, which is kind of like a first person kind of like aerial combat game. These are those eco-friendly boxes. Um, Not those hard plastic ones, but this is complete in there. And then Mario and Andretti Racing. Again, nothing to write home about. Complete in box, but I picked both of these up for $3. So if anybody is like collecting them, I'll probably just give it to them. But again, this is for a charity yard sale. Thought it was pretty cool. I didn't hit up too many yard sales. I hit up one other one. They didn't have anything I wanted up front, but it was one of those moments where I thought it was gonna be big because the lady, I was like, "Oh, they're like, what are you into?" I'm like, "Oh, like toys and video games," and they're like, "Oh, I might have some in the house. Like, come around back." So you always hear those stories where you see like the game chasers being like invited into people's houses and stuff. Um, and I was brought in there, so I was hoping it would turn into something, but it really didn't. Unfortunately, she just had more boxed like sports Genesis games, which I'm not really collecting, um, and toys and stuff. Nothing really that I was into. So she was nice though, and she said I was trustworthy. So got them all fooled. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the spoils of a trade that I made with somebody. Um, so if you watched my like super long auction haul video, you'll know that I got a bunch of mask stuff. Um, that is where I saw that turtle box. So I was asking $60 for it. Um, yeah, Game Chasers is cool. I like watching Game Chasers, even though I'm not really collecting video games. They do a good job with that. I wish I could do more produced stuff like that. But I don't really want to bring like a little mini camera crew and draw like crazy attention to me. Like, it's bad enough that I wear a GoPro on my chest when I go out. Um, but a lot of the troubles they run into, I feel like that would be the same case here, where people are like, "You can't do this," and then just destroy my channel. So anyways, in that auction lot, I bought a bunch of mask stuff. I ended up doing a trade with somebody on Instagram. Um, what I walked away with is some G1 Transformers. This is one of the deluxe Insecticons. I know most people are used to seeing the smaller Insecticons, but they did make some bigger figures. I forget, I get the names mixed up completely. I know there's a Ransack, a now I'm not going to remember them at all. But anyways, there's like three of them that are deluxe versions. So here's one of them, and he is complete. He does have his sword and gun. So a complete figure right there that I didn't have. Um, Here is another one of those deluxe Insecticons. He is not complete. He is missing one weapon or sword or something. And he has a little face damage over here, which you're not going to be able to see, but not too bad. So I picked him up as well. Mask Hall had me jealous. I've been trying to find a Thunderhawk. Sellers are asking 40 for a complete one. Yeah, just um, yeah. Hopefully you find it. I mean, like I said, that's why it's good to have varied tastes. Because if you kind of pigeonhole yourself into one line, you're gonna overextend yourself and spend too much money. But if you're kind of like patient and have a wide variety of flavors, you're gonna be able to hopefully your thirst will be satiated enough where you can kind of be calm and buy things as they come to you. So, anyways, got him. Um, and then I got Roadbuster here, which is an upgrade to the one I had. The one I had was beat, so beat. Um, but this one is in good shape. He's missing parts that my other one didn't have. He is still missing a ton of accessories. He came with a bunch. He's one of those figures where like it's almost worth it to try to buy complete because there's just so many accessories. But still holding out hope that he'll get a complete one day, or at least be able to attach a bunch of his accessories. So those were the stuff that I got in the mask trade. Um, my buddy and a bunch of them. Oh, I forgot to pull them out, but a bunch of those kind of like the tech spec cards. My buddy's the one who won out completely, at least on that side of the trade, because um, he got a 100%. You know what's funny is when I am impatient, they get reissued. I hear Hasbro. Oh, do they really? Figures, right? Might as well jump on this nostalgia train. Um, and again, patience just works, or at least I say that I'm patient, but who knows? I haven't tallied up, what I've spent in recent memories, so I might be that patient stuff might be out the window. But my friend definitely won out on the trade because he got a 100% complete Bruticus figure. And for those of you that don't know, that's one of the combiners. So it's like 5 smaller robots combined to make a Bruticus. You can't see it, and I don't want to pull it out, but I have mine over there. But he got that, and I'm totally fine with it because we split the lot anyways. Obviously for what we paid for it and what we got, um, there's no qualms about it. So I was totally fine with getting stuff I needed and then helping him get like a really awesome piece. So great trade for everyone involved. I just sent off the mask stuff, so hopefully he's happy with what he got. He got a bunch of it, and he's going to be sharing with a friend as well. So always love to share the wealth whenever I can. Trying not to be too. I know it's cutthroat out there, but I try to be kind of a good uh, kind of ambassador of the hobby. Whereas I obviously run to spruce game hunting a lot recently, and we do have some common interests. But we have that line that we kind of don't step on each other with, and then but him and a friend of mine are big GI Joe guys, so that's a little more at risk, I guess, when you try to you're both competing for the same stuff. But hopefully they can work together. Because I mean, it's a lot more fun when you have people that you can share the hobby with, and you know, plenty to go around for everybody. So yeah, I think we're planning on hitting up an estate sale, a legit estate sale, like get up super early kind of thing coming up. So hopefully that'll be fun. And if I get some of the stuff that I'm gunning for, it's going to be some holy grail stuff. So hopefully I don't walk away empty-handed or empty walleted. I guess I should say more. But you never know how these things are going to turn out, right? Everything's a crapshoot. So, anyways, that's pretty much brings you up to date with all the stuff that I picked up over the past few weeks, months maybe, from thrift shops and other areas. Um, on Father's Day, I did go to the flea market, brought my GoPro, so I still have a lot of Spidey Sense type live haul videos that I need to edit together and show you guys. Um, so don't fear if you love those kind of videos. That's stuff I definitely want to show you. Dude, again, best deal. Anything I've done, Trump doesn't. You trumped it right there. Getting first Harley Quinn for 95 cents, 25 cents, amazing. Um, so, anyways, what I'm getting at is that these live shows I'll probably do for like the stuff where I don't have like on location footage of, just because it's the only way for me to like consistently put out these videos. But I still have plenty of those canned on location, watch me in my element kind of videos that I'm going to edit together and try to inject some comedy into as well. So if you're a fan of those, they're still coming, so don't worry about it. Um, Iconic, I think you asked about what comics I got. Um, what deal was this? I'm not sure the deal you're talking about, but the comics that I got in the beginning, I don't know if I should spoil it for you, but I ended up getting first appearance of Cable, New Mutants '87, first appearance of Apocalypse, X Factor #6, first cameo of Apocalypse, X Factor #5, from a an estate sale that had online bidding. So I paid the lot that the X Factor books were in was $13. The lot that Cable was in was 23. But one thing was, since it was online, the pictures kind of meh. Condition wasn't really disclosed, so I took a little bit of a shot. So if you rewatch this video once it's done processing, um, thanks, buddy. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes with these live shows, I feel like they're so boring and long and drawn out. Um, oh, Harley Quinn. I didn't get Harley Quinn. That's yeah, that's somebody that somebody else got on here. Um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, these live shows. I don't know how well of a live performer I am. My throat's dry. Some people like. I feel like I just draw on and on and on and whatever. But again, I want to keep this channel active. I love being able to communicate with you guys live. I think it's great that you spend some time with me in that way. I noticed I don't get as many comments after the fact, so I don't know. It's a give and take, right? But hopefully you enjoy these live shows, because right now that's like the platform I have. I'm dying here. So I'm gonna keep that going, but I will definitely keep doing edited videos when I can, and definitely the live stuff. Now that the weather's getting warmer, I'm gonna try to get out to the flea market maybe like every couple weeks. Uh, hey, Daniel Mendoza, first time, long time, first time, first time. I feel like we're on the radio. Uh, thank you for being here. I this isn't anything to you, but I always laugh when people on the radio are like, "Hey, first time, long time," because I know at least the radio hosts in Boston are like, "All right, just get to the point." So like when somebody's like, "Oh, first time, long time," it's like you just wasted 10 seconds, and then I always laugh at the people that are like, they say what they came to say, and then they're like, "All right, I'm gonna hang up and listen to what you gotta say." It's like they're like afraid to have like a conversation. It's funny. Anyways, delving into like sports talk radio, which is not anything that I need a YouTube channel about. Exactly. But thank you for being here. Unfortunately, you're at the end of the show. I don't know how long you've been here for, but I'm hitting that 80-minute mark. Didn't want this to go that long, but apparently I can't. I just can't help myself. So thank you guys for watching. I guess let me know what you think. Should I be like, again, this went long because I showed a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I should just, maybe I should condense it a little bit so it's a little more digestible, so people aren't watching like hour and a half movies of me. Um, but maybe that's what I'm hoping to do. So I'm gonna bid you adieu. And oh, iconic! In addition to those, I did get this for like 23 bucks shipped. So that's pretty cool. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Next video will be something else, maybe. But I need like a tagline. Just I don't know. I got nothing. Bye.